Good morning and welcome to the Locksmith channel. This is Wayne, your host. Today we're going to be taking a look at this stripped out door closer. I believe this is an LCN ultra heavy duty door closer. You can see that the customer tried to prepare their own door closer by themselves by simply going to the hardware store and putting some heavy lag screws in there. Now the only problem with that is that the big heavy duty thread pattern on that is not designed for metal. It's not designed to grab very well, and with only one or two little pieces grabbing or threads grabbing, it's not going to be a long-term solution. In fact, it's going to compound the problem even more by getting in the way and starting to bind on that arm, as you can see those were starting to do. So I'm going to take a little small crescent wrench and I'm just going to thread all those big heavy duty wood screws that are installed in metal or an aluminum frame here, get them out of the way, and I'm going to use my impact driver with a 3/8 drill bit. That 3/8 drill bit is going to enlarge all these holes large enough so that already is going to make up for the size difference and everything's getting stripped out in there. You're going to be drilling it out significantly larger, and then I'm going to be using my Marson rivnut gun or rivnut setter. This is going to be a 1/4x20 rivnut, and it acts as almost like a nut and bolt. It goes up in through the hole and then it gets compressed and crushed down. So it's the closest thing to having an actual nut and bolt that you can possibly come up with here. And it works perfect in this application because there's absolutely no possibility to put through bolts in through this because of the glass and everything else that you have going on here. So now that we have the rivnut setter, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 1/4x20 rivnuts set into place, and the hole locations are already determined for us. All we need to do is enlarge the existing holes. Now we're going to set that spacer block. That spacer block is going to make a nice flat surface, and it's going to allow that to bond and take up the gap between the doorstop. Now I'm going to use that same impact driver with a number 3 Phillips head, or the larger Phillips head screw, and we're going to go ahead and run some 1/4x20 screws into those 1/4x20 rivnuts that we set. People have different names for them: rivnuts, blind nuts. There's a couple other names for them, but it says rivnut setter right on the tool, so that's what I'm going to go with. Here we go. We're going to tighten everything down.